Hello, welcome everybody to another live. I'm going to be highlighting another member in my private self-love community group. I tagged it up there, so you are welcome to join if you're looking for a supportive community and to learn more about self-love. So before we begin, I'm going to be sharing this inside the community because they get to join live as well. So hi to all the replay viewers. If you're seeing this for the first time, comment down below. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you are joining us, say hi as well. Would love to acknowledge you. So if you didn't know already, I am a self-love coach. I help individuals process their pains and ultimately become their own inner best friend, because that is what's helped me tremendously, especially from healing from two long-term relationships that I was just devastated every single time when that ended. So I see Zeffy is watching. Hi, welcome. I'm just going to go ahead and share this inside of the Facebook community. So I'll do that. I am going to wait for Anna, the guest that I am highlighting today, to join me. So just hang on there. I'm going to share this. Hello, hello, hello. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If you see me for the first time, go ahead and let me know where you're tuning in from. Share in group. Okay. I'm sharing in a group. Self-love community. There it is. Hi, Anna. There she is. There she is. So I just posted this inside of the group that we're inside. So again, if you guys are looking for a community to support you in your self-love journey and to learn more about self-love, that will be the group for you. All right, she is joining, and I'm going to share this on my Quynhforthewin page. So she's connecting. Can't wait to connect with her. Hi, Anna.
Quinn, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Awesome. Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, for tuning in. You guys, let me know how the sound is. I'm hearing a little echoey for some reason. Anna, are you hearing okay?
Yeah, I'm hearing okay too.
Okay.
But if you need me to take off my earbuds or anything.
I know. Let me try taking mine off for a second. Hold on. Hello? This is okay.
Yeah. It's always hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I hearing echoes? But it's gonna be okay.
Is it better? Do you want me to try to do on mine? Let's see.
Yeah, try not using your earbuds. It's weird.
Is that better?
La la la. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me try. I had the wrong thing plugged in. Technology in me.
I know, you're fine. Honestly, it could be me.
How's
Wait,
that?
actually, I'm not hearing an echo anymore.
Okay, sweet. Maybe that was it.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna work with this. Okay, awesome. All right, let's just start.
Okay.
Well, first of all, Anna, I thank you so much for being on here. Going live is pretty scary, right? And that there's no edits or, hey, Quinn, can you just pause for a second? You know, it's really allowing for us to have a normal conversation as we would as if we're talking in private, you know? But so thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I would love to know actually the events that led up for you to start your self-love journey. I have been seeing you being open to so many things. I mean, you're participating in 5-day challenge of self-love that I host every single month. I've seen you attend other things. I've seen you taking on challenges. I've seen you go live the other week. And every time when you show up on social media, I mean, it's just bravery when you share you. So I'm just curious, what were some of the events that come up to you right now, pushed you or nudged you to get into the self-love journey and practice the healthy outlet? So would love to hear you share on that.
Yeah, no, thank you, Quinn, and thank you again for everything you offer. We can talk more about that, but yeah, you really have helped me a lot, so I really appreciate that. And yeah, I've been on the self-love journey for a long time. I think it started when I was a kid. I was very quiet and reserved, and sometimes I just didn't feel comfortable sharing unless I was with my family sometimes or like close friends. So sometimes I had a hard time in school and like I would get bullied. So it could be like peers or even teachers, because
Mm.
sometimes they don't understand that you just, more sometimes introverted people have a harder time like answering the questions, and like I would like second guess myself a lot, and so most of the time I would just kind of freeze. So sometimes, kids would be mean and, spitballs and like they would just be mean and kind of be bullies, and when I was just so quiet and I wouldn't really stand up for myself. And and then for a long time I was thinking like something was wrong with me because I was so quiet. And I was like,
Mm.
well, why can't I like share my voice, or like why don't I love, my voice? And even like talking with you in video, like sometimes I used to hate listening to my voice like out loud. So I kind of like started questioning like why. And then, as like high school goes on, um, and like I've been very fortunate to move like abroad and live abroad. So like moving to Spain was really like a life-changing event because I
Mm.
started feeling more confident in myself and meeting some like really nice people. And you still make some questionable choices when you're in high school, of course.
Mhm.
But I just had this like realization when I was 18 years old, like when I graduated from high school in Spain, and I was like, wow, like I'm really fortunate. I've been able to live abroad and, you know, visit countries and just meet so many different people. And like, wow, my life is nice. I mean, I want to give back to this. I'm so grateful for all these like gifts I've had. And so I think that was a turning point to try to realize that, wow, I have a lot going on and there's so much I've seen and done, and I was so grateful, and I just wanted to be more kind and like more helping to other people. So I think that started my kind of giving um, like mission, I guess you can say. And then also I was developing my spiritual path as well. So it's all about giving and receiving love. So I started that when I was 18. But you're still, it's a work in progress. So I realized, like in some of my romantic relationships, that I wasn't really truly loving myself because I was being very like jealous, insecure, and then I would be getting, cheated on as well.
Oof, I relate.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
being this secretive Scorpio that I am, and kind of shy. Like it was hard sometimes to deal with all of that. But like in 2000, I think it was 6 or 7, after like one of the relationships ended, and I just had this realization that like, Anna, you're not loving yourself. Like you love people, like other people so much, but you don't like really love yourself. Like you really need to embrace you who you are, and you're okay, and it's okay if you don't say all the right things, or but just be grateful for life and being able to be here and do what you can and meet people. So that was like a turning point. So I started working on self love then. So I've always been a big advocate of journaling. So that helped out a lot, like journaling and yoga practice. So those like were some self love tools that I realized I had, and then just embracing my quirky, corny self that likes, I love Star Trek. I love being out in nature, just kind of embracing who I am. Kind of, that was like a journey. And then I was open to meeting a partner who loved me for who I am, and he didn't try to change me, and I didn't try to change
Mm.
him.
Cheers to
And then
that.
he, exactly, yeah, thank you. And then, yeah, now we're married. We're happily married. And I think I just really had to love myself before I could meet a partner like that who would love me the same way. Like, so you gave, would be both giving and receiving and, compromises and, um, yeah, just trying to see things from different perspectives. Like, that was a whole new thing by loving a person who loved me that much as well. Um, so those were some big events. And then with life transitions,
Mm-hmm.
most recently, about 2 years ago, we moved from Virginia to Oregon. It was like a dream come true, but it was challenging because, you had to start over, like meet new friends. And we had some family here, which was helpful. But then a lot of the time we were on our own, and we had to get new jobs, and it just wasn't going according to plan. And I started losing myself again, and my insecurities from childhood that I mentioned, like the ones that used to be kind of the bullies in my head. So I bullied myself too. The ones like, why are you saying that? Or why are you doing that? Like, what, you know, you're worthless. Like, why are you doing all this stuff? And then I just noticed that I journey that I had started. And then I was introduced to you, Quinn, in like December, January,
Mhm.
and joined the self love community. And you had monthly self love challenges. And yeah, we're doing one right now. Woohoo! And it just, I realized like, wow, Anna, you have these tools that you can return to. Like, you can get through this. Like, you can embrace your inner critic that's popping their head out and, you know, saying that you're not worth it when you speak or with what you do. So then I just had those tools. I realized again, like I had my spiritual path that I could focus on every morning and pray, meditate, contemplate. I had my journaling that I could go to and let everything out and just talk to myself like my best friend and just, you know, the good and the bad thoughts, just like release it. And like my yoga practice was so important to me as well, and just moving my body. So I just really realized, well, wow, I really got to keep up with all these practices. So, because I know my little inner critic is not going to go away, but you
Mhm.
just have to kind of embrace her and love her, right, for who she is. And then, yeah, I've just been really, this transition time finding a new job was like perfect to work on my self love journey with you. So, thank you for offering all these amazing things and workshops as well that I really have enjoyed. And then I also have been doing purpose coaching just
Mhm.
with Karen Rockheim. She's my other coach, and kind of a women's empowering group. So we kind of been building each other up to share our voices. And so I think now is the time, like especially with coronavirus, a lot of people are scared and uncertain. And I like to be a light, and I like to offer some love and like help for people who are going through a hard time, because I know it's not easy. And yeah, it's hard right now, and we have these self-love tools to help us get through. And I'm also a big positive psychology advocate, so it's like the science of human flourishing. So it's like scientific, you know, research that shows if you focus on gratitude, self-love, self-compassion, like it really has results. And so there's like a science behind it. It doesn't mean that you have to like, you know, forget your pains, because they're always going to be with you, and we're going to have more pains that come. And
Mhm.
but you just have to like be kind to them, acknowledge them. Sorry, my headphones. Um,
You're being passionate. That's why you're really expressing yourself.
yeah, you just gotta just help, you know, embrace who you are, and like you're important and you matter, and that each of us is here for a purpose. So we're all in this world for a reason. So, you know, that's just what I've been learning on my self-love journey.
Mm.
So thank you.
Wow, thank you. You were on a roll. I was like, keep talking. I'm just gonna sit back and hear everything that you have to say, because I relate so much of what you said. From the bullying. Um, when I think about my earliest memories of pain, it was definitely bullying. And then it went to like how my parents like disciplined me. I know that they did the best that they could, but you know, like those words and the ways that people treat you to either teach you a lesson or to project their pains onto you, it
Yeah.
sticks. It sticks.
Yes.
And what you were saying about like you were noticing that you were seeing the things that people have said to you, bullied to you, and it takes a while for us to even realize, oh, whoa, like I'm saying that to myself. And we don't know when that timing is for people. You know, you had your moment of realization. I have my moment of realization. I'm gonna pause and read the comments here. I think, is that your sister, Anna,
Is it,
Jackie Finch?
is, oh, that's my mom.
Oh,
Hi,
your
mom.
mom. Hi, mom.
My dad.
Oh my God, yay. She says, love you, great example. Cheers, cheers to that.
um,
And Nicole
thank you.
says, I have been focusing lately on forgiving myself for not being perfect. I think self-love is another way of saying that. Yes, it's, you know, if we could sum up self-love, I would say it's the action of love to you. You know, like
Exactly.
how can you show yourself the kindness that you wish and desire so much from other people, you know. And it's so crazy where it's like, here's us,
Yeah.
our spirituality, our self, our emotions, and then there's other people who are completely outside of us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm here, other people are out there, but yet I am expecting or waiting on those outside things to come to me and give to
Yeah.
me, right? And what do you believe helped you with those realizations? You were saying when you graduated, it's like you just had this realization. Was there anything painful that was going on there? Or maybe it was the event of graduating and a chapter ending that you had this realization of, what was it? You said after you graduated, you had the realization, being so grateful that you were able to be abroad. And was it maybe comparing? I was like, you're like, oh wait, a lot of students don't really get this opportunity. But so what was it that helped
Yeah.
you with these moments of realizations? Was it pain? Was it like awareness of contrast with other people's lives?
I
Hi,
think
everybody,
a
by the
great
way.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everybody tuning in. And yeah, I think it was like awareness in that situation. Just because, yeah, my dad, like I said, he worked for the military, so we were able to live in like Spain and Japan and Germany and Italy. And so as a kid, you know, you're more like, oh, focus on me, with me. I'm just, you know, I and I just, I guess I didn't realize that like this is a unique experience that you're
Mm-hmm.
having, like getting to meet people and try foods, and it's making you curious for life and open-minded, to want to learn about people who are different than you, and just so you want to, and it kind of broadened my perspective on wanting to help the world and the earth. So I'm really connected to nature. So it was like, yeah, this kind of awareness that has just been like developing. So I think you're right. Like a lot of the times it's like awareness, but then sometimes it can be because of pain, like the romantic relationship was very painful. So in that case, I think kind of looking back, because I didn't want to even date anybody after him for a
Mm-hmm.
while, you know, like,
Yeah, yeah.
and so I was like, what's going on here? Like, okay, I gotta love myself. And then I fell in love with a cat, so he helped me. A cat named
Oh,
Tommy.
supportive
Kind of
creatures,
opened my,
supportive beings. Yeah.
yeah, he opened my heart again, and just he's like, okay, like yeah, Tommy, you know, I can do this, and yeah. So yeah, sometimes it is the pains, and then yeah, I really resonate with you too, Quinn, because you're so open about your past relationships and your pains and the family. I know it, yeah. So there's a lot that comes back to like triggers, and I think I've been getting a lot of triggers in this transition time currently from
Mm-hmm.
like not having a job, and then yeah, like the triggers in my mind, and then some other people sometimes. So that's so it's a because it would be nice if we could, you know, not not be upset, or you know, like I said, the pains are going to come back and there's going to be new pains. But then yeah, just we can grow from it, we can learn, and then go back to your tools that you have to help you get through it, and then just try to help other people who've had those experiences too. So thank you for yeah letting me open up, because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, usually it's harder for me to share about my pain, except yeah,
Yes,
everyone's kind of quiet.
yes. No, the magical thing is that right when you share your pains, my heart is already like connecting with you, because on the cheating thing, on like, you know, experiencing really and um yeah, like those are one of the most painful experiences, because when you're in a relationship, you're taught to, I mean, we see the things on TV and movies. So when you partner up with someone, you're thinking, oh, like I'm supposed to open up my heart all the way. You know, let's just get right into it, right? The movies, they're very fast. I mean, they're capturing a lifetime of what we experience in like 2 hours. So
Yeah.
we get it, we open up our hearts, and then whoa, what happened? We did not have any filters, we didn't have any like healthy boundaries or even awareness, self-worth for ourselves, and then we experience infidelity, and you're like, what? Like, but you're not supposed to do that. But why would you do that, right? And pain wakes us up, you know. Pain wakes us up. And I love how you said that, like, eventually when the transition happened, when you eventually met your husband today and then you guys moved, something shook you up, and you felt lost. And then, but the thing is, you've experienced those healthy tools prior and you started getting back into it, which helped you continue on with this journey. And here you are. So before we get off, this is I can all like there's so many things that was brought up and we could talk forever and ever. But so today, what would you say you're working on right now? Like what is a really obvious growth area that you're really watching yourself grow in right now?
Well, first, yeah, I want to say thanks to you. With a lot of the challenges, it's kind of like recording and getting used to looking at yourself and like talking.
Yeah.
So that's like been a really big growing one because, like I said, I used to hate listening to my voice because I'm like, I don't sound like that. Why do I sound like,
Mhm.
you always sound differently to yourself. So that's something that I'm continually trying to work on and like doing the Facebook Lives and like just kind of owning that I do have some wisdom to share because like I said, sometimes I'm afraid to share things because I'm afraid people are going to judge me or not like what I have to say. I mean, and they have that choice, of course. But then maybe it will help somebody too. So like that's why I'm getting like I always love to share positivity and love and kindness and compassion because I really feel like we're all connected and we're all going through pain and we're all just so we're maybe if we can embrace ourselves and then we can
Mhm.
embrace other people and as you say we can be like self-love warriors to really help out the planet and the world and each other.
Truly, yeah. And when you say a self-love warrior, I just imagine people, yeah, like really being committed to their self-love, and they will see what kind of space they will be able to have to, hold it for the anger, the hate in the world, and the confusion in the world, right? Because I mean, we're that's what we're missing, the compassion, understanding. That is the gap. That is the gap. And unfortunately, we weren't taught self-love growing up. We weren't taught about self-worth. And so here we are, like self-love warriors, like soldiers, and then we're trying to spreading love soldiers, and doing the best that we absolutely can. Before we end this, I keep on saying that because there's always a little bit more that I want to ask you. Would you say so? What I heard is what's been really helping your tools is yoga and journal. Would you say those two are like your must go tos?
Yeah, those and like contemplation, meditation as well. Like I have to do that every day. So I'll be like I can feel myself getting upset, and then the inner critic comes out loudly. So like those are the ones that really help me kind of keep balanced for sure.
High five to you. And the self-love journey, anyone who's watching and even talking to you, and we know that it's tough, and how easy it is for the inner critic to appear when we even like take a little break, or when we haven't gotten to that self-love practice yet. Our inner critic is already there, ready to dive in and let their presence really be known of how not cool you are, or how not worthy you are. It's pretty insane. So self-love is an everyday practice for yourself. And if you don't keep up with that already, everything that we experience from childhood is, the way I see it is like these ratios, like if we think about the years that we haven't been practicing self-love and the years that we have, we can understand why the inner critic is still around, and it might be a part of us forever, you know?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
like how you said how we can give that inner critic kindness, not reject the inner critic, not tell
Yeah.
it to like fuck off, but like to see it and understand where it's coming from, and then the true embracing, the true compassion happens, because that inner critic, they're a part of you,
Yeah.
and they, like, your inner critic doesn't know any better. It just knows how to be, and it was created from us absorbing the pains from others. And so I love that you shared yoga and journaling. When I first started my journey, it was like yoga and meditation, and then eventually yoga. But I
Nice.
relate with you on that because I've experienced it, so I know it just feels so empowering and fulfilling, and that you're like, wow, I'm really being here for myself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Eh,
you can be real present, like with the moment and then, yeah, with yourself. For me, like every time I'm on the mat, because, you get so busy too in life and your thoughts and things. But then when you focus like on that activity, like journaling or yoga, you're just like with yourself in that present moment, and you know, like connecting to divine or whatever you believe in. That's what I think as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah. There's times where I was contemplating on like stretching or doing my push-ups, but you're right, like right when I get on that mat, because when once we like touch it and we get on the floor, it's like, whoa, we're in a completely different zone. And it's just right there on the floor.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, hey, guys, tip, just leave your yoga mat on the floor because once you sit down on that mat, you're ready. It,
yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's already
No,
starting.
I'm laughing too because I leave mine out right by my bed, so then I like see it every day, and I'm like, okay, it's there for you. You
Yeah,
can do it.
exactly, you guys, right? It's right there on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is our time. I can't
Aw,
thank Anna enough. I mean, anyone that I bring out, I'm just going to thank them, because it's time that you're allowing to invest
thank
in,
you.
to share your voice. I know that you share that. That's something that you're really exploring, sharing your voice. And believe it or not, I was a shy kid too. Did not stand up for myself and just mute. I was, so afraid to speak. And I'm so excited to see you like bloom. Like, look at you. You have flowers on, and there's a flower blossom by you.
Oh,
Like,
thank
you're
you.
a blooming flower, Anna. And
Thank you,
you
Quinn.
already know you have this light that that can do a lot for this world. And we already talked about what the gap is in this world. And how would people, if people really resonated with you and they wanted to connect with you, how would they connect with you? How would you
Yeah,
like them?
join us in the self love community.
Yeah,
Right.
we're all
Yeah.
there. All right,
No, it's so
guys.
great. And thanks, Quinn, for everything again. Like, I can't thank you enough for all you do for the world and, yeah, for us and me. And so thank you for your mission and your purpose. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, you guys, join us in the self love community. And if you guys have any questions, like if anyone's watching if you guys have any questions for Anna or anything that we brought up, go ahead and please comment down below. We will respond back. And other than that, we will see you the next time when we see you. Bye, guys. Thank you all for
yeah, thank
watching.
you.
Thank you, Anna. So much
Thanks,
fun.
Quinn.
Yay.
Love ya. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.